Now, recently, one interesting event took place with my senior colleague. My senior colleague is originally from MP, and just recently he got a case from Indore where a lady was feeling very mentally disturbed. So she contacted my senior, and my senior drafted a 30-40 page complaint, which that lady was supposed to file before the CAW cell. Now, CAW cell is, as many of you may know, is crime against women cell, where women complained about they being mistreated by their family or in-laws, so they have to file a complaint there. And after filing this complaint, the concerned police officer, which is always a female officer, she will call the accused persons in that complaint. They may be in-laws, they may be other people, and she will try to invoke a settlement between the two. If the parties settle their case, the complaint is not forwarded. If this whole settlement and mediation proceedings fail before the lady officer, that complaint is forwarded to the police station, and that complaint is converted into an FIR, which becomes the 498A IPC FIR. Now, this was the procedure that was supposed to happen. But what this lady officer did is, she told our client that you can't file a complaint in more than 2 pages. So you have to shorten it out. And she even guided our client to some broker outside the station who took 700 rupees from our client, and he drafted this complaint. He shortened the complaint in 2 pages, and later he filed that complaint on some MP government portal, which I'm not aware of. Few days later, that lady constable calls our client and asks her to come to the court. Her case has been listed and your first date is so and so. Our client called my senior and told him that this lady officer has called me. They have filed some case on my behalf and they are calling me to the court, that they are saying it's my court date. So my senior told our client that these people are calling you. They have filed a domestic violence case on your behalf against your husband. Now this will further ruin your relationship with your husband. Now some of you may ask that this lady was never conned. She never paid any money to any advocate to file this case. She can simply go to the court and withdraw this case. Okay, she can do that. She can withdraw this case, but how the system has been conned? I'll tell you how. The advocate who has filed this case might be a legal aid counsel. Those who don't know about legal aid counsel, a legal aid counsel is provided to females, people who are above 60 years of age, people who are physically disabled, physically handicapped, and poor people who are below poverty line. These people have a right to free legal aid. So after a legal aid counsel take up a case of any such person, they are reimbursed by the government. So the government pays them. So using our client and using our 30-40 page complaint, they filed a domestic violence case on behalf of our client, and they extracted money. They might have extracted money from the government. And that lady officer and that legal aid advocate all have formed a nexus, and this is how they con the system. Now, this is just one case. There might be multiple cases happening across all the cities. So that's why I tell you, be aware of what's happening around you, especially when you go to the court. You must know the law. You must know your rights. And this is the only way how you can deal with this. Know the law, understand the things, understand the proceedings. Only then you will feel comfortable around the police and in our judicial system. So stay legally aware and stay safe.